Excellent. So thank you for coming in here. What do you think of that report? So housing finishing strong?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
been a crazy year.
It has.
You guys do as many transactions as anybody in real estate. So, I mean, if there's anybody who can really say what this year was about and what we should expect for 2014, it's you guys. And I can say that because everybody else left after they came on today as guests.
Did you notice that?
You
Was
were
it
the
us?
best. You were the best guests we've had all day.
Thank you.
No, but if anyone can have that opinion, it's certainly you guys. So how are you feeling about 2014?
I'm excited for 2014. Definitely don't expect that we're going to see the gains that we saw this year. I mean, 20% gains is just, it's amazing.
And you really don't want to see that because that you are feeling a housing bubble if something like that were to happen.
And it's reminiscent of what happened in 2006, 2007, where the market just can't sustain those type of gains year after year with that.
The good news is it's not built like a house of cards. You have to be qualified to finance versus those years. It was so flimsy and phony. If you could fog a mirror, you could get a loan. And now you really have to have some skin in the game. So it is a lot stronger housing market. I see that Zillow is actually bringing out numbers of production. And a lot of times agents will inflate their numbers, or brokers will through other agents' numbers, versus you guys who actually have an incredible amount of volume. And you also have all of your team doing incredible things with the Alliance Group. You rebranded this year, really strong year for you. Let's get into the numbers. Let's really look at the things that I think that our audience would really take away as being fact versus what you get out of the rest of the media. So first thing we have is the CoreLogic numbers. What's going on there, and what do people need to know?
What's interesting with the report is we're seeing, and this report right here, if you look at it, this is the U.S. obviously. The report showing anything that's in green is states month over month last month had positive gains in appreciation.
So this is monthly?
Yes.
Yes.
So there are some states, including my old stomping ground, St. Louis, Missouri, went in the red.
Yep, that actually had negative, and Colorado, the only state that was neutral with it. So California, we still had some gains, but it was only 0.4%. So we've seen a big decrease from what we were seeing when we were seeing the 4 and 5 month over month gains. And what's we've been talking to all of our sellers about is we've had a lot of people say, well, we saw what happened this year. We want to hold on. We want to capitalize on next year's gains. Well, the market shifted, and it's not just in this report.
Whole different ballgame now.
We're seeing properties, we're getting back to a traditional market. It's taken 30 days to get an offer on a property. We're not getting 10 offers on the first day. And basically what we're talking to the sellers about is, you know what, if you're thinking about selling, one, you need to start preparing. Two, you can't just expect to put a sign in the ground and your home's going to sell. You actually need to start making preparations. You need to make sure that you maximize your opportunity. Your home's prepared for whether it's staging, it's cleaning, it's all the different things that we help advise our sellers on. Let's get your home in the best, show it in its best light. And that's
so that report was month over month, and you have the Fitch projections moving forward. So what do you guys think of that? Let's start with you, Shannon.
And actually what it's showing in California here, if we look at it, that the gains that we've had year over year are unsustainable. So anything in the dark blue is unsustainable gains. Anything in the medium blue is sustainable, and then in the light blue, unsustainable. So if you look right there in your state of Missouri.
We're going to pick on Missouri here, I guess.
We are.
Why not? If we can't pick on you, we'll pick on the state.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's much like California, which unsustainable gains. Again, we can't have those year-over-year increases that we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting, 2014.
It is. It really is.
And the one thing you can't predict is all the things that can happen. I mean, we got Janet Yellen, new Fed chair coming in, Congress, politics, I mean, just crazy. But chief economist with Zillow, which a lot of people go to for information. I don't think Zillow is a good place to go for property values. If you want to know what the value of your home is, go to the alliancegroupre.com if you know the value of your home. But Zillow is not necessarily the best place for that, but the chief economist, smart guy, what's he saying about housing?
Basically exactly what we're talking about right now, and here's a quote from him. And basically in the quote, what he's talking about is everything that these gains that we've seen with the low rates, the high affordability, low inventory, everything's changing with that, and we're not going to see the sustainability of these big gains that we saw. So just this quote and this economist ties into exactly what we're talking about today, that what we saw last year isn't what we can expect next year. While we still do expect the market to be good and we still expect some gains in San Diego, we don't see the 20% anymore. And that's what we're trying to get the message across to our sellers is don't have the expectation that you're going to be seeing these big gains again.
Every situation's different.
And
I mean,
you just need to make sure that you're preparing your home and you're working with an experienced realtor to show your home in its best light. So.
And that's what I was going to say. So every situation's different. You guys work with so many San Diego families, all of them some of them are trying to sell because they want to make money. Some are trying to sell because they're feeling out the market and everything in between, left and right. But it's important to have you guys in here, not just for these numbers, but also for real stories. And you're also giving a lot of free information. Well, not all year, but for half the year we've been doing this show. You guys have given out some great stuff. MySellerReports.com, that's a website that I wanted to make sure people had access to get some of these numbers. If they go to MySellerReports.com, what do they find?
Yeah, MySellerReports.com is a really valuable tool for this, and they're going to receive some reports like the 9-step system to avoid costly mistakes when selling your home. That's a huge one with that, and the 7 costly mistakes that homeowners must have before, again, selling their home and when they're making offers.
Well, thank you guys for finishing off the show, finishing off the year. It's been a good little run.